I'm Simona. I'm a Dubai-based hairstylist, originated from Finland. I've been in the hair industry for 20 years, and I love it. It was Finland, US, Dubai. So I was in US for like almost 6-7 years in between, before I came to Dubai. I was kind of in between two worlds. I was in the fashion world, and I was working with celebrities, I was working with influencers, but then I still was working with the regular clients. I mean, for me, like, I've always been more spiritual and into these things, and I've always had like a spiritual connection with the hair, because I feel like our hair, it holds so much more than just the physical appearance. Like, even if you think about like cutting the hair, it's usually like we want a transformation, so something happens in our life. If people want to do some changes on the external, I try to find out what is the internal reason for it as well, because it's all linked. We need to feel good from within. So the way I see beauty is like mind, body, and soul. You know, a lot of people call hairstylists that we are like kind of like therapists, because like people do tell us their deepest secrets, and they just sit in the seat. And if they had a bad day, or if they have something going on, it just comes like as a release. It's a safe space as well, you know, like you're not being judged, you're just being supported and cared for. Before I start, I obviously have first consultation, especially if it's a first-time client. I have a consultation so we can understand what her wishes are, and I can give her my point of view. And then before I start the service, I usually smudge the hair, meaning I use either Palo Santo or sage or any herb that is cleansing. And if I intuitively feel like there's any negativity that they need to be removed, then I also remove that with saying certain words in my head and smudging them. And after I finish doing that, the next step is usually they get their hair washed. So when they get their hair washed, I usually tell them that if there's anything they want to let go of, they can now let go with the water as well into the sink. Well, water, first of all, I think we're like, what, 70% made out of water as well? Without water, there's no life. That, I think that we all know that we need water for everything, for growing plants I mean, without water, it's life. Everything starts with water, right? When I first moved to Dubai, I remember, I think one of my clients told me like, get ready to lose your hair. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, no. Problem is with the humidity and the water, especially for people who are new in the city, like everyone is experiencing the hair fallout. I mean, there's a lot of chlorine in the water, and then also the pipes are quite old and rusty. So that's why they also put even more chlorine into it to make sure that nobody's gonna get any infection. So that definitely affects your skin and your hair. And especially when you invest so much money into your hair color, you want it to last. Or what I always tell them, that the first thing they should invest is a filter into the shower. And what I love about the BODYFUL is actually the name, because it comes from the body and the mindfulness. From my first time of using it, I really loved it, because even though I've always had a filter in my shower, but I don't think I've understood how bad the water has. After a couple of times of shower, the white handle turns brown. You can't forget it because you see it. As soon as I start seeing that rusty color, I'm like, okay, it's time to be changed. So for me, water is everything. Going back to growing up in Finland, we have a lot of forests, yes. We have the clean water, we drink tap water. I think pine, I love the vitamin C in the filter. I think knowing these things as well, when you're showering, you're just more mindful of what it does to you, because it reminds me of back home. I say Naiman. Naiman, it means in Arabic, once you come out of shower, you've just had a blow dry. It's something that we say to make you feel fresh. Surround yourself with people who makes you feel beautiful inside and out, and who love you for who you are and makes you feel bodyful.